Hi, I hope you're all doing well. It is the 49th day of school. Oh my goodness, and we're in December. Um, last time I sent a video out right before break, I think, we were talking about objectives and making sure your objectives were written in student-friendly language and you were using I can statements so that anybody who asked any student coming into your class would be able to, the student would be able to say what you're doing that day. So, and I've talked to a bunch of you about those since then. So it's been fun to sort of dig back into some of the stuff we learned when we were becoming teachers and dig a little bit deeper. So today we're going to talk a little bit about activating student knowledge and sort of prepping students for new information, but also using activators as formative data so that you can continue to adjust and adapt your lesson planning based on the students in front of you and or on Zoom with you. So I'm going to highlight, I'm going to share attached to the email I'm sending out with this is a list of 22 different activators. Some are not COVID friendly, so they really would need everybody in your class, but there are a few, well, there are a bunch that are. So I'm going to send this to you just as a resource. It comes from the Analyzing Teaching for Student Results course that all the evaluators are taking this year, which is part of the Studying Skillful Teacher work, all of that. So I'm sharing the activators with you. I'm going to highlight a couple or a few, and then that's it. So let me share. Let me share my screen as the theme. It's like the catchphrase of 2020, I would say, unless it was something about toilet paper. But I think let me share my screen. I've heard an exorbitant amount of times, and I had probably never heard it before 2020. All right, so these are the, like I said, attached to the email. These are some ideas for activators. And again, you want to use them to get kids' heads into the game of what you're going to be presenting on or what you're going to be beginning to work on, but it's also a way for you to see what they know already. So right before you're starting, you can do some of these are really quick ways to get a sense of who knows what. There's a video that actually I'll also share with you in the email that I sent called My Favorite No, that a lot of the, all of you up at the middle high school saw when Dr. Curley and I did the inclusive practices course 2 years ago. My Favorite No is a really good activator that that's a very short little video that you can watch that I'll share. And then I'm going to highlight a couple others. So this first one, the anticipation reaction guide, right here, it's a true false statements, and students make a decision, true false. And some of the true false statements that you put in are sort of gimmies. In other words, it's things everybody would know about the topic that you're going to talk about, so that kids already know that they know something. And then some of it is trying to bring to light some common misconceptions. So it could be a Google form that the kids do as you're taking attendance for your class or whatever. So I like the anticipation reaction guide for Zoom world. I want to show you number 6, which is draw a picture diagram, draw a picture or diagram. And I like this one because it helps kids who maybe struggle with the language or with writing or with getting their thoughts out on paper to be able to activate their knowledge using drawing about what they know about a topic. So I really liked this example about the 4th grade teacher asking students to draw a picture of a room in their house. So that's something they all have a room in their house, more or less, that where they use a light switch. And if they don't, they could even draw their classroom. But I would say most of our kids do have that. It's something they can really sort of latch onto, that they understand, which gets them geared up to accept whatever learning is coming their way because they feel connected to it. So I liked that one for COVID time. And that would be one maybe you wouldn't know, you wouldn't use as a pre-assessment because you probably wouldn't collect that. That would just be to get kids' minds sort of moving. I wanted to show you number 16, which is mental imagery. So this is just, it's sort of a calm classroom activity, but you're doing it about your topic. So students close their eyes and make images in their heads related to whatever topic or concept you're working on. It's not only very COVID friendly and Zoom friendly, but it also, I think, provides the secondary benefit of having kids sit and be still and and have their eyes closed and thinking, which can really support sort of lots of things in our bodies. So that was that one. And then 20, which is that's me. I think some of us have done this one before in person, but I was thinking for COVID land, we could you could use that's me with either the chat where people could put a Y or an N, or just thumbs up, thumbs down, or the hand raise or whatever. But I was looking particularly at this health teacher example where they're going to start working on first aid. And so the health teacher is starting with, I've broken a bone in my body and worn a cast. I mean, these are engaging ways to start the conversation, but it's also leading kids towards the content that you're going to be presenting. So that's, you're going to have all of this. Look at my favorite no as well. In that one, the teacher puts a thing on the board, a problem on the board. The students fill out the answer on index cards. She collects them, sorts them into yeses and nos, and then rewrites her favorite no, the one that isn't quite there yet, but that's going to demonstrate an area of confusion and make it more clear for kids. She rewrites it so that no one knows whose it is. They don't put their names on it. And it's a fantastic video. So I would urge you to watch it. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm going to hopefully continue to do this periodically. Probably our next, my next one will be on formative assessment and the different types, ideas for you, and also how to use it, particularly again with the blended learning model and the remote pieces. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, call me, email me, whatever. I'm here to help. I'm happy to come into a classroom. I've come into Zoom rooms and helped, support in that way. I'll come teach a class, like whatever. Anything you could need. If you just want to vent, I'm here for that as well. So thanks. I miss you all in person, and I will see you soon.